In this lecture, we are going to look at multiple if selection control structure. And to see the multiple if selection control structure in action, we are going to create a program that will decide a student grade based on his exam score. So based on his test score, the program will now give him a grade, and we have the grading criteria as a grade A if the student scores 70 to 100, and then grade B if the student scores 60 to 69, and grade C if the student scores 50 to 59, and grade D if the student scores 45 to 49 or 45 to 49, and grade E if the student scores 40 to 44, and anything from 40 down to 0 to 39, then the grade is fail, is F. That means the student has failed the test. All right. So to do so, let's proceed. Let's start scripting. So first, we are going to get the score from the terminal. So if score, create a variable score plot, convert it to plot, and then we are going to get the input, making use of input function. So input, and then enter the score. Enter the score. So we are asking the student to enter the score. So after entering the score, now we are going to start making use of if multiple selection control structure to decide the student grade. So if, and then we have the condition. Now if score is greater than or equals to 70, then if it meets this criteria, then we know that the student has score grade A. Print the student grade. Student grade is A. All right. So now, what multiple if varies? We know that this is not the only condition. We have numerous other conditions. So that is where multiple if selection control structure comes in to our rescue. Now, this is how we just add a keyword instead of not else, but elif, and then we put a colon, and then we put elif, then we put the next condition, which is the condition that we are going to evaluate next. Now, elif score greater than or equals to 60. Then what do we want the program to do? We want the program to print the student grade is B. The student grade is B. Then we still have another condition again, so we add elif, then followed by the condition score greater than or equals to 50. What do we want the computer to do? We want it to print what? The student grade. The student grade is C. Okay, so let me just I can just simply copy this, and then we know that the next criteria, Control C, and then I can just paste it. Elif score greater than equals to the next condition is 45. So if it is greater than 45, we know that print the student grade is D. Okay, we know that it is D, and then I can also paste it here again. Elif score is greater than 40. Greater than 40. Print the student grade is A, B, C, D. We know is E. All right. And then finally, this is the final condition. So this is the final condition. This is the final, and we don't have any other condition again. So instead of using elif to test, we can just say else, because we know anything other than 40 is paleo. So we can just put else, and then print the student grade is F. The student grade is F. Okay, so now we can let's run the program and see if everything is working correctly. So let's go to the terminal. I've already saved it, so we go to the terminal. Let me clear the screen, and then let's make sure that I have the script within this particular directory. I can write the name of the interpreter that I want to run this script with, Python 3, and then multiple if.py, and then I hit enter. School. Now let's say the student has score 50. Student grade is C. Now let's say the student has score 39. The student grade is F. Okay, so our program is working correctly. Now let's say the student has score 100. All right, sorry. All right, okay. The student score 100. Okay, so the student grade is E. Now, the person running the program can enter something outside the range of these values, because we are expecting the user of this program to enter a value within 0 to 100, right? From 0 to 100. Now, what if the person running the program enter anything outside this range, 0 to 100? Now let's see how we can modify the program to handle such circumstance. Okay, so to do so, I will just go to the terminal. I will just go back to my Sublime Text Editor and then see. Okay, but let's see. I'm talking. For example, if the user of this program enter something like 1,000. You see, the student grade is A. Even though that we know that 1,000 is outside the range of what we are expecting the test score to be. So this is outside the range of what we are expecting the test score to be, 1,000. So no students will score 1,000, okay? So how can we modify the program to handle such scenario? So let's go back to the text editor and see how we can adjust the program to handle such circumstance. So I have this score float input, enter the score. Now let's make use of single if control structure to now test to make sure that this score is within the range of what we are expecting the test score to be. So if score is greater than or equals to, if score is greater than 100, what do we want the program to do? We want the program to input to inform the user that he has entered an invalid entry. Entry. Please enter a score between 0 to 100. Okay, so and after printing the message invalid entry, please enter a score between 0 to 100, prompting the user that he has enter an invalid entry. We want the program to exit. Okay, so we want the program to just exit. Then I can just add a code and then erase system exit. Exit. So the program will exit. Then the user has to rerun the program again. So this will make sure that the user does not enter anything above the allowed range, which is 100. Okay, so now let's run the program and see how it will work. Okay, so go to the terminal and then clear the terminal and then run the program, enter the score. So let's say the user enter something 1,000. You see, okay, so we see that the program is now being able to handle such a circumstance. Invalid entry, please enter a score between 0 to 100. So now what if the user of this program enter a number below 0, which is also outside the range of what we are expecting the user of this program to enter? So we can still adjust this program. And to further adjust the program, let me just combine everything. Instead of we having separate if, single if, a separate single if control structure, now I can just combine everything with the rest of the code. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just copy this Okay, look, copy up to this point. I just copy it. All right, so let me just copy up to this. I can just add the elif. Okay, copy, and then I will just come and paste it here, and then we are going to have elif. Okay, so elif score is less than 0. So we are, if we are having less than 0, we should also have invalid entry. Please enter a score between 0 to 100, and then the program will terminate. Okay, so instead of we having if here, we are not going to have if here. We are going to have elif, and then the program will continue. Okay, so here we are having if it is greater than 100, the program will exit, and also if it's less than 0, the program will exit. Exit. All right, so and if anything other than that, then the program will proceed to decide the grade of the student. Okay, so now let's run this program and enter these values and see whether this program is able to work correctly. Okay, so I will just run the arrow key to see the command I ran last, and then I can just hit enter the score. Now let's see the user enter 1000, which is also what we're expecting. Okay, so we can see that the program is responding accordingly, telling the user that he has entered an invalid entry. Okay, now let's assume the user has entered negative 7, minus 7, enter. Also, this is less than 0, so the program is telling him that he has entered a wrong entry. Okay, now let's say the user now enter the right entry, the student score 80. Okay, so we say the student grade is A. So at this point, we can see that our program is working perfectly. So this is how the multiple if selection control structure in Python programming works.